Welcome to Wisconsin. Please don't ever leave. You can get some temperatures just south of Palm Beach. If your go-kart's running low on gas, that will never do. Then golf's the scene. Everybody parties like it's 1999. Driving Mustang.
Well, guys, we are loaded up. Got ourselves 35,064 pounds of grocery, dairy stuff. How's that? We are heading off to Madison, Wisconsin. And we got a 2 a.m. appointment on Wednesday. So we got some time. I'm actually going to run up here and take a left up here at the light. I'm actually going to go up to the Kenworth place, pull in there. I've been trying to get a filter for this power steering fluid thing. Oh, we're gonna go. Can't stop lillygagging around there. No, sir. You get an opening at that driveway, you got to go. Usually I just go straight here. This take me to 81, but yeah, I can't find this filter for this power steering place. I've stopped at a couple places, TA, Pilot, stuff like that. I stopped at a truck care place, you know, it was for parts and stuff. They said, stopped in there. Everybody, I give them the part number, and everybody just looks at me and goes, "It's a fuel filter. It's oil filter." They don't. I don't think anybody ever changes these filters, to be honest with you. I don't think a lot of shops mess with them and stuff, so nobody really carries the filter. But I'm gonna go to the Kenworth place here and see if they have one. Moo, cows, moo. I don't think they heard me. But it probably could have caused a stampede. Would have blown my horn. Cisco places. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. My brother actually, he builds buildings like Cisco, Americolds. He does that. He works for a company and he's kind of in charge of a bunch of different crews all around the country. He builds those big buildings like that, builds like refrigeration places and water systems in it for fire extinguisher systems and stuff like that. And he works on a lot of those. And he told me he just lost a $5 million contract with Cisco. Said he was working on a project at a facility, and said it was some kind of expansion or something. And he said he got it all done, and he had it all drawn up and everything for Cisco. They wanted to remodel something else in the same place. I think it was like the office buildings or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but he was going to do an addition down to there, and he had all of his equipment there. He had crews already there, and they were almost done with the other stuff. So he made up the contract. They had it all agreed. Yep, we're going to do this, and he made up the contract to start working. Sent it to the big shots there with Cisco, I guess, and he got a letter back from them. Yeah, we're sorry to inform you, but all construction expansions, remodels, everything are on hold at this moment for Cisco in the United States. And he called somebody to talk to him. He's like, well, we kind of have this as an agreement. He's like, understand that, but we didn't sign a contract saying that, when it would start. And right now, Cisco is not doing so well, because mainly Cisco, they deliver to restaurants. So, the restaurants are not doing so good right now. Bars, restaurants, all the bars are closed. Restaurants, they do takeout, but they're not doing anywhere close to the business they used to. So Cisco's just saying, yeah, you're going to have to hold off, because we're not doing so good right now. Now, this is the Kenworth place, I believe. Isn't it? I believe it is. Night service, day service. Well, we were able to get our filter. Got my filter, got my fluid. Now, I got an issue with my trailer. It is leaking air. I'm going to tell you right now that the boss has a serious issue with his trailers. He's got basically all brand new trailers. He has paid a lot of money for these trailers. Oh yeah, one other thing before I get sidetracked. You know that cracked mirror? I just tried to buy another one. Just that round piece of mirror there. I tried to buy that. Had them all look it up, because they have generic ones in there. It's just got like a little bolt on the back of it, whatever. I tried to buy the actual mirror that goes on here. Take a guess at how much. Take a guess. Have you gotten all your guesses in? Have you figured it all out? Have you all went down to the comments and wrote how much you think that little round mirror is right there on my hood? I'll give you another couple seconds here. I can wait for you. I want to see if you know how much that is. Do 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 do. Still haven't gotten it? Yeah, I should have downshifted, I know. Alright, if you're just that slow at typing, well, I guess it's just gonna have to tell you. $485 each. And before you even start going, well, that's for the whole thing. No, it isn't. Just the round mirror, he said. How do you like them cookies? told him, I said, well, I guess I'll be looking on eBay. I've seen a couple other mirrors and stuff that are out there, and I thought about, I saw some on eBay and other places and stuff, but yeah, I'm not paying $485 for that 6-inch little round piece of mirror. So that ain't gonna happen. I'll figure out something different. What's going on with the trailers? The boss has a serious problem with trailers. I mean, he's just, every trailer you hook up to, the tires are just, they're going out. These things are brand new trailers. These tires should not be like this whatsoever. And I kind of took one up to the utility dealer up in Kaukauna one time. And they were actually able to figure out this inflate system. And that's what it is. It's the automatic inflate system. It keeps messing up, and the boss used to say, well, mechanics are getting into it and they're messing around going into it and they're breaking it and stuff, and so that's why it's not working. And basically the tires are, you know, you go up to them and you kick them and they're hard, you know, but they got these hoses on them and everything else, and it's supposed to automatically keep the PSI at a certain level. So you're not going to pull, you know, a driver's not going to pull the hoses off. It's just not going to happen. If they kick the tire and the tire's hard and the little light's not on the trailer, that means you're good. But what it's doing is it's actually putting them at like at 70 PSI or 90 PSI or something like this. And then that puts a weird wear on the tires because they're not inflated properly. And so the tires cup seriously bad. And I mean, you're talking $500 some tires. These are Michelin X line tires. These are expensive. And I mean, 6 months after he gets a brand new trailer, the tires are going all the crap. And the trailer I just dropped off, R69, it had a couple tires that were all cupped really bad. That's what a lot of my shaking was about. When I'd record it on the road, you'd hear things shaking. It was from that trailer. And that trailer there, I actually went and took it to, it was dropped off, and I traded with somebody else, and they dropped it off. Boss had them drop it off there because the inflation system wasn't working. And they fixed it all up and everything, and I picked it up. And it was working, but guess what? The tires are already junk. Now I picked up R74, and this one's got some terrible tires on it. They're all cupped and worn terribly. And I got loaded and went back to look, and I mean, they're squatting bad. And so I pulled one of the hoses off. It's got 50 PSI on it, and one of the valves is shut. So now I opened the valve up, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who closed this valve, but, and I went up underneath there, and now there's air leaking out from, so you can hear the air just leaking from someplace. It's not from a tire, it's some valve or something. So now I gotta go investigate that, figure it out, let my boss know what's going on. Just fun. Well, guys, I found a mistake, the problem here. First of all, you can see this. This is all pulled off. So that means that somebody has messed with this. And what this is, it's the air line that comes from the automatic fill system up here. And you can hear the leaking. That air line goes down here in the axle, and then it feeds into this fitting right here. And then there's air lines that go through here, through the center of the axle and go out through the hub. And that's how the air gets out dispersed to the two hoses attached to the tires. So right here, somebody has turned this fitting straight up. It should be kind of sideways so the hose can come out and sweep down. But somebody turned it basically straight up, kinked over the hose, and basically it's just worn a hole right through it. Now it's just leaking out. That's why the tires don't have any PSI in them. And I mean, this just wrecked 4 tires on here. So I mean, it's $2,000 because somebody messed up that hose. So I gotta see if I can get it fixed. Basically, I gotta take the line off, and all I'll do is just shut the valve off. I'll just shut that valve off, and it'll stop the air from bleeding through. And then take that line off. feed this cover over the line so it doesn't rub on this anymore. Take that off. I'll have to cut the hose. I think there'll be enough hose left, hopefully, to run it in there. And then put a new little copper sleeve on there and turn that down so it actually fits in there and tighten it up. So that's what I'll do. Well, if you got her all fed up through there and stuff, I actually got extra line. I got a whole bunch of line I can actually do. I got some slack on the other end. I thought I might have to replace the whole line up there. But yeah, I dug through my little stuff in my side box and here we go. 1/4 inch, got the little nipple and the brass little piece in there. Compression ring. People always ask me, they see the side compartments of my truck and they look in there and there's all these little pieces and parts and nuts and plugs and all kinds of stuff and they're like, why do you carry all that junk with you? This is why, right here. Had this in here. I can tell you right now, guys, this costs maybe $1. This little package here. And I had it in my truck for 1/4 inch. Maybe it costs $1. And guess what? It's gonna fix this right up. And guess what? This $1 right here of parts wrecked 4 tires. That's $1,000 worth of tires. Pretty crazy. So I'm gonna get this put on there. Well, there we go. It's all hooked all back up and everything. Line's all ran down through. It's all clipped up and everything. Should we turn it on? It already is on. No more leaks. Fill these tires up. So I'll check the PSI on the tires. I'm going to let it sit here for about 15 minutes and then I'll check it all. But what are we going to do when we're underneath here? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go around these brake chambers and put these plugs back in. I'm telling you, I'd like to go around with a rubber mallet and just stand outside the shop, a truck mechanics, and have them with trailers, and when the trailers come out of there, look underneath here and see one of these pulled out and just hanging there. I'd like to walk back in there and hit the mechanic right on top of the head with a rubber mallet. They all leave them off. They all mess around with this, they pull them off, look inside there to make sure nothing broke, and they just leave them off. Well, guess what? When you're going down the road, all the slime, the water, everything else goes right into that hole. Just fills it right up with crap. And then they wonder why the brake chambers are going out. Gee, I don't know. Well, there we go, guys. We got that one little problem fixed. The PSI isn't quite as high as I want it to be yet. I think it's still climbing. I checked one of the tires. I've been sitting here for a while, but you can still hear the air just slowly hissing into through the lines, into the tires. So I think it's just slowly filling everything to where it's supposed to be. I did check one of the tires and it was at 85. I think it takes a while to fill it because they were all low. I don't know who had this thing before me, but they weren't checking the tires very well. I mean, it was 50 PSI. I mean, you know, that's, even though kicking the tires, I mean, that's, you should know 50. That you should know. Come on, car. Come on, car. Come on, car. Person was braking, gassing, couldn't figure out, ooh, should I go around or should I stop? Could I go around or should I stop? It just was crazy. Stop with the indecisiveness. I don't care if you're gonna go, then go. Come on, car. I have a yield sign. Wow, these people here around here are pretty indecisive. That's a good place to park. Yeah, why not? So I got that all fixed up, so I'm gonna run it for a while. I think it's gonna be fine. The tires on it, they're already junk. They're all cupped. They're pretty much junk. So it's not like like it can wreck the tires from being low PSI or something. They're already wrecked. But I'm gonna run it for a while and stuff, and then I'll stop and check it again. I need to get a new headlight bulb. Another one of our projects I need to get on is installing my HID headlights into this truck. I just have to rewire some stuff. I'm still working on these camera things. I'm having a problem finding a decent charger cord, because once I put this charger cord in, it stays in. I can't remove it. And I bought some, and I've actually been using one inside the truck here to charge my cameras and stuff. It's like 10 feet long, because it has to go all the way out to the mirrors. And now a day or so ago, it basically stops working. You got to sit there and wiggle it and stuff to make it work. Well, when it's outside there, I can't wiggle it. So I've been looking at different truck stops I've been stopping at, trying to find a new charger cord that'll be a little higher quality. Put in there so I don't have to worry about it. As soon as I get that done, I need to get on these headlights and install these HID headlights, because they're pretty bad. But I got a headlight that's out. That's the reason why I stayed at the yard last night. I started to take off and I hooked up to the trailer, and I was doing a walk around checking my lights, and bloop, one of my low beam headlights burned out. And I don't have any extra ones, because I put my last extra one in, and I don't really want to carry another one, because I want to install these other ones, these HIDs. But I'm gonna have to stop and buy a spare bulb here. I tried to get one at that truck stop there, but they had nothing there. They had nothing on the shelves. There's a couple little bulbs, nothing even close. So I'll have to stop at another truck stop someplace. So off we go. We are heading to Madison, Wisconsin. And let's see how many miles we got. It's gonna be around 800. I swear. This thing is slow wants me. It's trying to get me to go north up on the toll road, and it's telling me it would cost me $290. Yeah. Let me get right on that. Yes, I got about 870 miles to go. So I'll knock a big chunk out of this today, and then tomorrow I'll get up and run during the day tomorrow, running up there, check in, go to sleep, do the hole in the middle of the night getting unloaded thing up there in Madison. So I'll catch you guys later.